What's up, family? How everybody doing? This is the fifth quarter podcast brought to you by the Flight Room TV. This is episode 13. I'm here with my fellas today. I got my man Keys, Remy Please, and C Mo. Well, right now we in the month of February. You know, we just got through Valentine's Day, including my birthday. A lot of February birthdays going on right now. One of the biggest names, you know, one of the biggest, most famous of February birthdays is Michael Jordan. You know,
Yep.
the GOAT in the eyes of a lot of people. But my question to y'all, right? You know, a lot of people believe that Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. But what's your top 5 greatest athlete of all time? So any genre, any decade, any time period, any sport, just give me your top 5 athletes of all time. Who's in that same category?
That's a
who want to go first? Actually, no. Go ahead, Keith. You seem like you got some on your mind.
That would honestly that's a very tough of all time athletes, because athletes are play. We're not just talking about players. You know what I mean? We're not talking about players in their individual sport. That's athletes. That means all around just nasty. So here I go. All right. So first things first. This wasn't easy, but I will say that I'm gonna start from number 5. My number 5 is definitely gotta be Bo Jackson. Just for the simple fact that just from an athletic standpoint, to be multi-sport oriented the way that he was, and just the overall athletic ability that he has is ridiculous. My number 4, I got Michael Phelps. Who does not love an Olympian? You know what I mean? And the thing was, he wasn't just an Olympian, but goddamn, this motherfucker was crushing shit. He was just like he was winning by like lengths. You know what I'm saying? And he was dominating every single fucking shit. And that nigga smoked the tree. Then my number 3, I got my number 3, I got Ali. What more can I say? How can he not make my top 3? Just from the moment that you see him box. It's Muhammad Ali. Second, number 2, this was tough. I'm gonna have to go with Tiger. Just from the I guess I want to say just from an overall domination standpoint, as far as the length of time that he did it. He was just so dominant from, that was a good 15, 16 year run. Like, that's crazy. That's just crazy. And then number 1, I think that this person is hands down probably one of the greatest athletes I've ever seen, especially and we just so happen to be in this era where we were able to see her excel, and that was Serena Williams. She is just, when it comes from just dominating, it was years where it wasn't even close. Like Wimbledon's, they were already like, just hand her the goddamn Wimbledon. Consecutive. She was like a decade in, on just like shitting on people. So yeah, that's my top 5: Bojack, Phelps, Ali, Tiger, and Serena.
Well played, sir.
Yeah, it's a good top 5. I like that top 5. Yeah. Let's go around. What you got, Simo? Let me hear your top 5. What you got? Who your top 5 athletes all time?
Well, I had Serena at number 1 as well this year, because she just was no competition, honestly. And I was trying to go with people who we came up seeing or whatever. I didn't want to go too far back. So of course Jordan. Also Jordan would be my number 2. Number 3, I'm gonna go with Tiger Woods also. 4, I went with Tom Brady, even though I hate his guts. You
Damn.
Tom Brady. And number 5, I wasn't going to do this list without putting somebody from the Steelers on. You already know that.
Wow.
I didn't want to go too far back, so I just went ahead and threw my man James Harrison on that joint because I know don't nobody want to see Debo to this day.
James Harrison.
Right.
That's right. Don't nobody want to see
James Harrison is the greatest.
Right.
He's one of the greatest linebackers
Steeler of all time. That's the greatest Steeler of all time.
Yo, he's selling right now.
Yeah.
One of the greatest all-time linebackers.
He's the greatest Steeler of all time.
Seen.
Wow.
That's the greatest Steeler of all time.
So how's your greatest athlete of all time?
My whole point was going with people who I've actually seen, not all the way back in time.
Oh, great! James Harrison ain't even greater than Ray Lewis. So what did you say?
What is? What are you talking about?
What are you talking? Oh my god! Oh my god! Never mind.
If
My
I
bad.
hear anything about Ray, why every time Ray Lewis doing an interview, why he always gotta go back to his days in the fucking Baltimore? Nobody care about what you do. God damn.
He do go in the storytelling mode though. I ain't gonna lie. Ray Lewis will be a story in a minute.
Yeah, can we hear about the game, Ray? Shit.
What about you, Rez? What's up?
All right, so I got a
Yeah,
similar
what you got,
list. All right, I'll stop for number 1. Number 1 is obviously Serena Williams. She's dominant. She's playing tonight. This is a sport where it's just you dolo. Is man versus man or woman versus woman, and she has 23 Grand Slams, so that's like 23 championships right there.
That's ridiculous.
Like, who has that? Who has that? Nobody has that. She has 19. Yeah, she has. Hold on. Yeah, she has 19. No, yeah, 19 more than Roger Federer, if I'm reading that correct. Yeah, so he's the next up. So she's like the best player in her sport by far. Like other sports, you like maybe this person, but she in her sport by far the greatest.
Yeah.
Move along. Number 2 is Michael Jordan. 6 for 6 in the finals. Like 5 MVPs, 5 MVP finals. No, 6 MVP finals. Only did it for 13 years professionally. Like he accomplished that much in only 13 years. Imagine if he ain't had that gap where he took, time off to retire. Wayne Gretzky is my number 3.
Ooh.
The great one.
Great.
Yeah. This man has 9 MVPs, 4 Stanley Cups, 2-time playoff MVP, and he's like the next person in scoring. He leads by 1,000 points. Yeah. Like if you like pull up his and I think like next one is Mark Messier or some shit like that. Yeah, but he's ahead of them by like 1,000 points. They say if you don't even count his goals, just like assist and all that shit, he's still ahead of everybody. But number 3, I got Wayne Gretzky. Number 4, Michael Phelps. B, you already read.
Hey.
I mean, he dominated, and for like to dominate Olympics like that, because you taking like every 4 years off is like a testament to itself. So
yeah, it's like that entire 4 years off, you was still grinding.
Right, exactly.
The whole 4 years,
and you still got. I mean, normally like 4 years will like go past you quick. Like if you're playing football or basketball and shit, like that's a big gap. So to be in that prime shape and performance like that for 4 years at a time, yeah. And then last, this might take y'all by surprise, but I got John Bones Jones as
Johnny Bones.
Yeah,
they say he's the greatest in the sport.
Yeah, he's an undefeated record. I mean, the only asterisk is like that when he got disqualified for the one jump, but yeah. It's for a sport where everybody takes a loss. He has no losses, no legitimate losses. So
true.
Yeah, it's hard to. That's my list right there. My list.
And while battling, and he's been able to dominate while still battling all those off the field issues and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that says a lot. Like yeah, that nigga be in and out of rehab and still like the greatest. Like what the fuck?
I think sometimes for real he be getting bored in the ring. So like. I don't know. Like, there's not really too many
I'll be.
people that's been like, for real toe to toe with him. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's my 5. Who you got, Lighthouse?
All right, so my 5, mine, I didn't even think to put in order. I just went with like people off the top of my head. The just first off, I'm gonna go with Usain Bolt. Just fastest
Mm.
man, Jamaican,
Hey,
dominated. And the funny thing when you used to watch Usain, like when his races, like you literally used to watch him play around with people. Like he would joke, like he would jog sometimes, and then all of a sudden at the end of the race just be gone, like beat people and shit. So he was
crazy.
dominant. Like he was
Yeah, nah,
he was like a
yeah, he
showman,
was.
fun to watch. You know what I'm saying? Next I'm gonna go with Michael Phelps, like the rest of y'all said, man. And he from the state of Maryland. So you definitely got to root for a guy like him, dominated an Olympic
Yes,
sport, like you
sir.
said earlier. You taking 4 years off and you still coming back dominating. I mean, I guess you could say the same thing with Usain. He's an Olympic athlete, going against the fastest people in the world and dominating them. And he like 6'4" at that. I mean, don't mean to go back
Right.
to Bolt, but that nigga was like 6'4". A lot of these fast guys be like 5'8", 5'9". You know what I'm saying? So that says a lot too. Next, I went with Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods, just what he meant to the sport, how much he dominated, especially at a young age. He made golf cool for real. You know what I'm saying? And I think even just the place that golf is now is single handedly because of him. I mean, and we all know like when Tiger plays, that's when people pay attention to the sport the most. So that just
Absolutely.
shows
That's when I pay attention and bet.
how powerful he is. Yeah, how much he means to that sport. Next, I'm gonna go with LeBron. The reason why I went with LeBron is because LeBron, I think, is the best combination of just pure athleticism, work ethic, and the credentials. He got the resume. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when you take just overall physical athlete with the resume, work ethic, you know what I'm saying? I think he's probably one of the greatest you'll probably ever see. And then Michael Jordan. I mean, that's my last one. I think that goes without being said. 6 time went to the final 6 times, won 6 times. Dominant. Probably one of the most competitive people you'll probably ever see in sports. So I mean, yeah, man, that's my top 5. So yeah.
Damn.
Fuck with it.
Hey, was Serena in yours? Who's your Okay,
Actually,
Bo.
nah, I didn't put Serena, but she could
Okay.
definitely be up there. I had Bo Jackson in mind too, but I took him out for Tiger. And the
Okay.
reason why I had Bo Jackson though in that conversation, because I think he's probably the best, just overall physical, explosiveness, strength, speed, just overall, just physical athlete probably you've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? And that nigga was playing like in a late '80s, early '90s, and we still ain't seen shit like him since. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the reason I
Nah,
was asking.
I would.
I thought he was gonna go.
I thought he
I
was gonna
thought
go.
Serena was gonna
I
go
thought Serena was gonna go
3, 4,
What is
2
that?
for 3.
What is
I
it?
don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
Oh no.
Hello?
What y'all talking about?
The
What happened?
echo.
Nah, I just heard an echo. It was. It's gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought Serena was gonna go 3 for 3. I mean 4 for 4.
But yeah, that's our the GOATEST GOAT conversation. Yeah,
The goats.
the GOATEST of the goats.
I don't
So
know
yeah,
why. I ain't want to put MJ in there. I don't know why.
yeah, you're bugging with that, John.
Yeah, I don't know for whatever reason. I don't know. Like I was just like I don't know. I don't know. I guess I was just thinking way too much. My bad, Jay. On his birthday though. God damn,
Right,
I'll just
you
go through that
disrespectful.
bad like that.
All right, so like we I don't know. Let's make a jump to like I'm starting to miss football already. We like 2 weeks removed from the Super Bowl. Do y'all got any way like far reaches for next year's Super Bowl?
Yep. I got
Tom,
I got no.
look at Corey.
I know.
I had to hurry up and get this in before you start talking, yo. I already know what it is. I already know.
Camera whip around.
Hey, listen, you heard it here first. All right. Episode 13 of the Fifth Quarter Podcast. All right, you heard it here first. The Minnesota Vikings will make it to the NFC Championship. Okay? And here's why. I just got a feeling that for whatever reason, I mean, we all see that offensively they're dynamic, right? But I think they also got away from what made the Minnesota Vikings the Vikings like over the past like let's say 5 years, which was their defense. Along came Dalvin Cook and Stephon Diggs, who was no longer there. It seems like the offense went up while the defense took like 2 or 3 steps back. And that's one of the main reasons why they went to get Kirk Cousins was to get the offense going because they had the defense. But that did not happen. I just got a feeling that next year, if they get another, if they decide to go defense in the draft like back to back, and get that defense right, I just see them. Kirk Cousins knows how to operate the offense. He knows how to score. I just feel as though they kind of in the same boat as the Kansas City Chiefs, kind of sort of as far as just needing defensive players. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you can't win. You're not gonna go that far just on offense alone, and you just can't. So yeah, I got the Minnesota Vikings as my late run NFC pick for next year. Put it in the books.
Okay, but who you got going to Super Bowl?
Super Bowl. I'm gonna probably have to go with Buffalo and I might do Buffalo and the Bucks.
And the Bucks to run it back.
Yeah, Bucks run it back, but I don't think that Brady will get it done again. So I see old boy Allen getting the ring, Stephon Diggs getting the ring. Yeah, Buffalo, you heard it here.
Well, I don't think the Bucks gonna return. I think depending on where JJ Watt, and I think he's making a strong case to go to like Green Bay, and that might put them over the edge. So I could see
Who?
I could see Green Bay and a Ravens Super Bowl because I think
I could see that.
I could see a Green Bay and Ravens Super Bowl.
That'd be a good one too.
These niggas suck.
I'm actually not mad at that. I was thinking the Ravens. I actually had the Ravens in Super Bowl, and then I was thinking in the NFC. I'd probably go with the Rams. I think the Rams they got the talent, they have players. They finally have a real quarterback. So I mean they got the coach. You know what I'm saying? It's like what more do they need? They finally got their quarterback. So I feel like he'll probably take them, a notch above what Jared Goff did. Wasn't they? It was like 2 years ago? They was like a game away from the Super Bowl, right? Or something like that.
Right? It was in the Super Bowl.
It was in it.
It was in the Super Bowl. So I mean, they still pretty much for the most part got the same players on the team. So I mean, if you bring Matt Stafford in there, they probably do something. And I think, man, at some damn point, the Ravens got to get more weapons around this nigga Lamar Jackson. I think once you put more dangerous weapons on the field, that's just going to make Lamar even more fucking dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So if they can just get a guy who can just, someone else on that field that get defenses to focus on him to take some pressure off Lamar, I think the sky's the limit as long as he stay healthy. So yeah.
They need to go ahead and just go get Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
They would need it.
Or Godwin or something.
Hollywood Brown not a true number one. He's good, but he's not a true number one though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
Also, JJ Watt can go to the Ravens and push them.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
he had this. They said the Steelers were definitely like on the top of his list though. They said
Thank
that
you.
shit.
Somebody's paying attention up here.
all right, so Corey, who do you have the Steelers playing in the Super Bowl? Because obviously you're gonna say Steelers. So who do you got?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I feel like Tom Brady probably make a return. I think Tom Brady would make a return. They look. If you watch the whole Tampa Bay season this year, it was and like at the beginning of the season, they was talking mad shit about Tampa Bay, like Tom Brady doesn't look good, Gronk doesn't look good, even though Gronk was just getting back from I don't know how many years he's been off or whatever and shit. But and they had mad injuries like Mike Evans and Godwin and shit early. But yeah, them Bammers was still out here beating ass. So I can easily see them getting back to the NFC playoffs, championships, and the Super Bowl.
Did you see that video Tom Brady posted on his? You see that video he posted? Like it had like all like the naysayers and shit. Like he pays attention to that shit.
Oh, nah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the same shit Jordan. That's the same shit Jordan used to do.
Yeah, Tom strike me as that guy. Like, oh, okay.
Like
I'll show you, buddy.
Like every fucking quote, every audio that was said about him earlier this year, like I don't know if he like logged it, but yeah.
It was a lot of them joints.
He'd probably be working out to that shit, like straight up. I was serious. He probably do that.
But the thing is, like, I think he got other players agreeing with him because, like, they was talking about Gronk, they was talking about Fournette, like, washed up and all that shit, and it was all that shit was in his video. So it's probably motivation.
Yeah, I know they was hating because I was one of them hating. I know they was shit. Yeah, I think he'd make it back though.
Since we on the topic of talking about JJ Watt, so why are the Texans releasing JJ Watt and allowing his freedom, but they not want to trade Deshaun Watson? Like, what's the difference?
I think it's because he's older and more injury prone. He don't have many injuries. I don't think it's nothing. No underhanded stuff or whatever. I think it's just because he's older and it's time.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that, to be honest, because Watson's younger, he's worth more potential. You know what I'm saying? And
right,
JJ didn't been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? You see this picture, he got a big ass cast on his arm and shit like that. So he ain't
got the Gronk joint.
He damaged goods. Don't get me wrong, he probably still one of the elite defenders in the league, but he's older, he's damaged goods at this point. But he's a good damaged goods. But I guess he's more expendable now that he's older. I can see that. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Come on. At the end of the day, guys, what are we talking about? We're talking about Deshaun fucking Watson. Okay? not a defensive end, not a defensive player, not a wide receiver or goddamn corner or defensive lineman or running back. We're talking about the quarterback, Deshaun Watson.
The face.
I'm not just just can't let that man go quietly into the night like that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. And also JJ Watt, like you guys said, he's older. And JJ, honestly, he is not the player he once was. Can we all agree to that? He's not the same defensive end that he was 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. He's had some injuries. A lot of injuries. I remember when they was throwing this nigga passes. Remember, it was like a thing for him to catch passes out the backfield on goal line situations. That JJ ain't there no more. That JJ got bye-bye. Mm-hmm. He is not there. So guess what? Hey, good riddance, sir. I appreciate everything that you did for the organization. Tell your wife and the kids I say hello. Deshaun, tell him to send him into the office. We need to talk.
But in the same respect, though, I don't think JJ's like washed up, though. I think he could go to a team and contribute for sure.
Absolutely. If Ryan Kerrigan can still produce for JJ Watt, for damn sure can.
Yeah. I think he still got it. That's why he needed to come to Pittsburgh. Get a little motivation with his brothers.
He want to be with his brothers, though.
Yeah. I do think, though, maybe the way Watson has handled it versus JJ Watt has something to do with it, too, because they say, like, Watson has not been, like, having, open communication with the franchise. So they trying to handle it any way they're going to handle it because they're only getting one side of the spectrum as far as communication. And JJ probably sat him down. They probably have a better rapport with JJ because he's been there, from
that's true.
So, but it is. It's kind of fishy, like the way they did it. But I guess there's good reasons. Like you're the best player, like we have in the building. So why give you up for nothing? Like they're getting nothing for JJ Watt.
Right.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, his contract done.
And the shit that we thought they were demanding for Watson, fucking 3 first-round picks, 2 defensive starters. Who the fuck is paying that? So I guess he's not going nowhere.
Right.
He ain't going nowhere. Nobody's giving that shit up. Because if you give all that shit up, like, what are you going to put around him? It don't make sense to give. Like, I don't care what position your team is in right now. You're not gonna get that shit up.
Nah, not Deshaun
Unless
Watson.
unless you're like only for real, Miami makes the only sense because they have the draft picks and they're positioned to win right now. And if you can't win right now, there's
And
no
they can
point
get
in
Tua back.
Yeah.
And at least they can get Tua back. They got a young quarterback with promise. You know what I'm saying? So I think you're right. I think that's the best team to get it done.
Yeah. If there's that, I think that's literally the only team. Because
wait, so do you? Oh,
unless you just hold on, wait, unless you just getting them to like sell tickets, maybe because like if you can't just like get him and then give everything up and then try to compete, he's in the same position as he is with Houston.
Yeah. I was going to ask you guys, do you think that Deshaun Watson wants to still be in Houston?
Nah, I think
I feel like he's made it out. Yeah,
okay.
I think I don't know it.
Because sometimes they,
honestly,
you know, go ahead.
I was gonna say I just think that when that nigga watched what D-Hop did with Kyler Murray this season, he was like, man, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? Literally, because D-Hop was still balling out this year. So I mean, and you saw how much he helped Kyler. I mean, they didn't have a super good record, but you still saw how it helped the quarterback regardless. You know, and then look at Deshaun's numbers he had without D-Hop. He still put up great fucking numbers on the losing team with no number one receiver, no true tight end, no
running back,
nothing. Nigga ain't had Will Fuller is his best option, and Will Fuller's good when he's on the field.
Number two,
but that nigga's not on the field. You know what I'm saying? But he's good. He's good. He just can't stay healthy.
Yeah,
I forgot Tyrann Mathieu was there too.
That
was like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Right? Yeah, man.
Crazy.
So shit, we got NBA All-Star game coming up. Allegedly, like they don't know like exactly how they're gonna go about the shit. They said it's in Indianapolis. I think Lucas Oil Stadium, if I'm correct. I'll be knowing all these facts, but yeah. What do y'all want to see from the All-Star game? Do y'all want them to even play this shit? Do y'all, you know what I mean? Are they putting people at risk by doing this shit? Could they set the league back a couple weeks if they do this shit? All the people in, you know, one type of building under one roof type situation. How are they gonna do this shit? Is it worth even doing?
I think it'll be weird because like part of what made the NBA All-Star Weekend is the fans and the crowd and the slam dunk contest and watching how people, you see the celebrities, the fellow NBA players going off and celebrating them, but to like see the dunk contest with no fans, that shit would have to be weird. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know. And then you know all this COVID shit going on. I just feel like they can probably do an All-Star game, but the main point of an All-Star game is like it's like the celebration for the fans. If the fans ain't gonna be there, the shit ain't gonna hit the same. I think it's gonna be awkward as shit. Honestly, if they try to do an All-Star game with no fans, to be honest, like so.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself, Lighthouse. That's, I mean, not also the awkwardness, not only from the fan standpoint, but the players as well. I mean, it's just like that's also like the, you know what I'm saying, like the All-Star, like the All-Star game is normally that's like it's All-Star weekend, but it's also those guys' chance to get back up, to party, to go out to mingle. You know what I'm saying? It's an All-Star weekend is a weekend. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a
from
break.
The club, exactly. From the clubs to, you know, it's all that shit, and it's just like that is non-existent. So like you're essentially telling me,
and you're right,
they're essentially back at work.
Yeah, because a lot of these NBA players, just imagine every year All-Star weekend, you know these niggas already know what time it is. They know who flying into the city. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is trying to have a good time. Like it ain't no way you gonna have all these NBA players flying into one city just to you know, do some basketball tricks and leave. Like I highly doubt it. Them niggas, them niggas going, if they're gonna be in town, they gonna want to hit the clubs like you were saying, Brian. They gonna want to go out, have fun. And it's not gonna feel like a break. It's gonna feel like work. You know what I'm saying? So I highly doubt these niggas. Like even the players is gonna want to do that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But guess what? And then what'll wind up happening because these guys are still going to want to try to do that shit, what's going to wind up happening? You're going to see, oh well, these all-stars were the X, Y, and Z placed without a mask and X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then we're gonna run into that shit,
Ain't
and
even
then we're
worth
gonna
it.
have to hear that
Ain't
shit.
even
It's,
worth
it's
it.
not worth it. It's not worth it.
It's not even worth it to go through all that shit, man.
It's
So
crazy.
I don't know how they're gonna pull this shit off because I feel like it'd be awkward as shit. Just because even with the Pro Bowl, right? How did they do the Pro Bowl this year? It was like
They didn't.
like what did they do? You know, but wasn't it
They
like
didn't.
they did like an NFL player like didn't they have like a versus with NFL players like Michael Vick went against Deshaun Watson or some shit like that? I think it was. Did y'all see that? The NFL versus where they had like Michael Vick would play his best highlights against Deshaun Watson. Like that was the one I saw. And obviously Michael Vick won that shit. You know what
I was about to say,
it
is that
was not close. Michael Jackson, I said Michael Jackson. Michael Vick washed that nigga. Like for the highlights, great as Deshaun Watson is, Michael Vick got him out of there.
Michael Vick can,
that shit was easy.
Michael Vick can show his Minnesota Vikings only highlights against them, and he won that motherfucker.
That play against when Green Bay, when them two niggas ran into each other when he ran that touchdown, that's probably one of the greatest and I saw that shit live. That was probably one of the best highlights ever, you know?
Yeah, that shit crazy.
But yeah, the All-Star Weekend shit, I don't see how it's gonna work.
Yeah, when is the All-Star Weekend?
I think it's what, 2 weeks, right?
Next,
like 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, ain't enough time.
It's usually February though, so I guess. Yeah.
So wait, what are they going to do?
Huh?
What are they going to do? So it's going down, or
I mean, this logo came out like I think within the last 24 hours, so I guess they are moving forward with the shit. So.
Yeah, they going forward with it. God damn. So have they? So they have not released the lineups and everything.
Nah, I guess they. If the only way I could see this shit happen is to be like totally like virtual, fan interaction type thing. Like everything is like voting and tweeting and shit like that. That's the only way I can see this shit.
Yeah, that's how they're gonna do it.
Yeah, it's gonna be like totally interactive.
It's the All-Star game.
Mm-hmm. I feel like they're using this, as like a beta version for the future. Once again, this NBA shit.
Hey,
yeah.
Listen.
I already know it.
Yeah.
Like
I'm here.
The NBA bubble was a fucking like a guinea pig version of their plans for the future, nigga. Like that was like a miniature of what they planned for everybody. Like the NBA players was guinea pigs this past summer, nigga.
Yeah, that was trials.
That was the trial. That was
right.
But on the topic, on staying in the NBA, right now, we got some young talent in the NBA. Clearly, I think obvious the forefront rookie of the year this season is LaMelo Ball. I think I'm seeing a lot of rave reviews out of him. I'm even seeing people saying he might be the next Magic Johnson. I saw that shit. I saw it. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, the crazy thing, they were saying that shit about Lonzo too when Lonzo came out. They were saying he might be the next Magic. Yep. So between the two brothers, I'm sure we didn't all seen them play. Who would you take to be the point guard of your franchise between the Ball brothers, Lonzo or LaMelo? Who would y'all choose? Which ball you taking, Paul?
I'm so glad you said that. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a toss. I don't think that I've watched enough of both of them to make a definitive choice. But if I had to go with somebody right now, I would probably say Lonzo. I don't know. I would just probably have to rock with him, just based off of what I've seen. You know what I'm saying? But I think, oh boy, he has a lot more. His potential, I think, is more than Lonzo, though. You know what I'm saying? You see it. You know what I'm saying? But right now I'm taking.
This nigga Melo, bro. I think he gonna be special because like
you could just see it.
Yeah, his confidence is like way higher than Lonzo. Mm-hmm. Like Lonzo's got all the talent that Melo got. Maybe a little, the shooting is, a little, but you can see even Melo changed his form. Like with this, like it took Lonzo like a little, it's still like kind of like irky jerky, but Melo's form is changing like in front of our eyes, and it looks comfortable right now. So I don't know, maybe a couple years, and the thing is, this nigga's been playing against pros since he was like 16.
That's what I was gonna say.
All he knows is play. He's playing against grown men like competition. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably why his confidence is so high coming into the league. Because when he came out of high school, he was playing in Lithuania against grown ass men. So he coming over here and with no fear. You know what I'm saying? And you can see it when he play. You can see that shit when he play. And plus, I feel like Lonzo had way more pressure on him coming out. So I feel like Lonzo probably had like a longer adjusting to the NBA type shit, where LaMelo just came and started.
That makes sense.
But to pick between the two, I would probably have to go with LaMelo because LaMelo's younger and he's showing like a higher ceiling. But I would say that I think Lonzo today might still be a better point guard to run your team because I think Lonzo is more of a technical point guard and he's a better defender today. I think LaMelo's more of a scorer, flashy guy.
Lonzo's crap.
Lonzo's more of the technical type guy. So if you want somebody that's not going to make a lot of mistakes, play good defense, make the right pass, Lonzo's your guy. If you want somebody to put asses in the seats, spectacular plays, highlights, that's LaMelo. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still going to go with LaMelo.
It's crazy too because both of them got like high flying finishers. Melo got Miles Bridges.
Lonzo might have more bounce than Melo. I think Lonzo is more athletic. Like when he dunks.
No, I'm talking about
the team.
Yeah, I'm talking about because Melo got Miles Bridges and Lonzo got Zion. Like they be every night. It's a highlight every night with them. Like they see the floor
Miles
very
Bridges
well.
is an underrated dunker. They don't talk about him as a dunker.
Dog, that nigga.
I'm telling you, man. They don't talk about him though. Like nobody ever talk. Every day you watch a game, he doing something. So
and flushing it too, which is
every time. Like he angry or some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That's what we be doing here. We be flushing shit right here on the Fifth Quarter Podcast. Yamming on y'all from the 9/9/2000 Flight Room Podcast. Fuck with us. Fuck with our merch. Screenshot this with the link tree. Just stay with us. Stay close. It's the Flight Room Podcast. It's the Fifth Quarter Podcast.
Hey, it's the Fifth Quarter brought to you by the Flight
Room TV. All right. Catch y'all on the flip.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace.
Peace.